Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and welcome back to episode 6 of Stamp With Me. If you guys have not tuned in before, I'll have the playlist linked down below so you can watch all of my Stamp With Me episodes, but I'll also have all the other lovely participants joining us this episode to show off their stamping abilities because you would not want to miss out on some great ideas for stamping. Today's layout's pretty unique for me, although it is a one photo layout. I have 2 pieces of ephemera I want to incorporate, and it's also, I believe this is a 5x7 photo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's 5x7. These are the kind that you get either, when you're on cruises, they really push you to get some photos done, and that's what we did. We ordered a couple of the photos that were taken of us during the cruise, and this is one of them. And if you guys are also not familiar with my channel currently, this is a focus project for me right now thanks to my series Craft Your Stash Away 2020, and I've been focusing on these Disney pages this month in April, so if you're interested in seeing more Disney, definitely stick around and check out the playlist link down below so you can see more of my Disney creations. In case you guys don't know the backstory on this, we went on a Disney cruise in 2016 and I'm trying to finish that album, and this is a focus project again for the month of April. And this particular layout is about the 5K you can do. So Disney has a private island that you go to on a majority of their cruises in the Caribbean, and you can get up early the day you dock there and go run a 5K. Or walk it like I did. But my boyfriend Sam here, he ran it, and they took a photo of him at the finish line and with his medal on and such. And I have scrapbooked more of these photos previously, including the medal itself. So if you're interested, again, those will be in the description box below in the playlist about Disney. So here I have 2 pieces of ephemera. I have the banner that one of us was wearing. To be honest, I don't remember which number was which. This one's probably mine, but Sam's covering his number with his water bottle and hand, so you can't really tell. And since this is an original photo, I don't have copies of it. I did put very little adhesive on it so I can take it out later and scan it. I personally do not own a scanner, so I do need to wait until I have that. So I don't put any adhesive on top of it or any embellishments on top of it for now. Although things do overlap, I do not put adhesive there. I matted my photo on some bright yellow cardstock, and that is from Creative Memories and actually from my February How to Kill a Kit with Style. And if you guys haven't been tuning in, the items that I'm using today are from my I have my months all mixed up. The yellow paper is from my March How to Kill a Kit with Style, and then everything else I'm using is from my April How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I'm functioning through a bunch of different things, but I'm making it work along the way. So I pulled out a bunch of different ephemera pieces from various collections, and the background paper I'm using is from the Echo Park Summer Fun paper pack. And what I didn't realize when I did the kit share is that the piece that has the graphic printed on the front of a collection pack where it shows all the examples of the patterns and it tells you what the collection is, the back of that is a pattern paper, so I didn't even know I had this striped option available to me until I started doing this layout, so I thought that was really fun. Now I have a couple of ephemera pieces I've pulled out here. I have a sun ray, which is from Pebbles, a Hello Sunshine tab, which is from Ellie Studio, and then a little label, and that is from Fancy Pants. So we're definitely mixing and matching, and here I'm bringing in more of that dark orange that's in the picture and in the runner tag here, and that is just a chevron. It's got like a dark orange and then it's got like a see-through section, and that is from Michaels, the 33-cent washi tapes. I know that those were a big hit for a while. And then I do pull in another washi tape. Now this might seem a little bit off topic, but the anchors can work no matter the occasion as long as it's somewhat related to nautical being. And since this is an island and we were running on it and it's tropical every time, I might as well use it on here. So I'm being sure to only put adhesive on the right half of this piece of ephemera so I can later take out the photo and scan it. So make sure that if you guys are ordering photos, or if you have things that are very important and you only have one of, perhaps you can't get more, definitely be sure to make copies. So as I glue down my ephemera, I keep referencing my stamp set. Now I end up pulling out 2 stamp sets to accent this page with, and I really wanted to showcase that you can still use stamps on a page when you have a lot going on. Sometimes stamps can just be a nice subtle touch, and the way I like to use them is usually to bring in the additional color. So if I have some stamps I want to bring in, but my background's too busy, my layers are too busy to just stamp directly on, grabbing some of a coordinating pattern paper that's easy to read or, easy to look at, or a piece like this that's a little bit more, it doesn't even read as a pattern, it reads as a solid color. So I'm going to take my stamps here. These are from My Mind's Eye. I have one that says Let's Get Lost, which I think is cute, especially since it's an island. You're renting. Kind of cute, but also kind of scary now that I think about it. So I put that one there, and these are just some travel themed stamps. Then the next one I put is Never Stop Exploring. Now I didn't know if I'd be able to fit this one on the layout because it is quite large, but you'll see how I tuck it in to make it work. And I did stamp it awfully crooked, so you'll have to see me trim that down to fit onto my page in a non-crooked format. So I'm going to trim the first one here. And what's really nice is if you're making stamped ephemera yourself, so like this could be considered a piece of ephemera, you can cut it into a banner, you can do all sorts of fun things to make it unique. I'm going to first trim it down and then trim it again with my scissors and then make it not straight and then just kind of tuck it away later so you can't really read it like that. It reads a little bit more straight on the background paper, but I trim a little banner in the end, a little fishtail, and then tuck it in here to my sun because I wanted the sun to remain a sun and I didn't want to necessarily layer too much on top of it. So I put that there, and what's really nice is the black ink that I'm using, Versamark, really stamps dark black, which helps bring in more black to offset the Run Disney panel that I cut out from that treat box. And yes, it is kind of crazy to keep this kind of ephemera, but that's just what scrapbookers do. Each of us got a treat box at the end full of snacks and water and stuff to keep our energy going throughout the day because it was very warm and humid, so they wanted to make sure we were okay after running. So then I cut down this other one, and again, you can see now that I have this black down here and this pop of yellow, it helps bring your eye around the page just a little bit more than it did before. So while I would have loved to use more stamps from this My Mind's Eye stamp set, I felt it was a little bit too much and they were too large for what I needed. So then I had the bright idea of trying to find another alternative to bring in some more stamping, because again, I wanted more black, more contrast. And of course, since this is an episode of Stamp With Me, I wanted to make sure I brought in some other options. So I pull out 2 roller phrase stamps. And what's funny is I don't pull these out very often, but I feel like I've been pulling them out more and more for these episodes just to add a little extra stamping, because you could always stop at just 2. Even if you get 1 stamp on a layout, it's a huge success. It's using those tools that are never ending. It's a great option. Highly recommend it. But if you can add in a little bit more, if you could try a little bit more to get in some more stamping, then why wouldn't you? So I pull out this one. This one's from Dear Lizzie. And I have High Five. This was awesome. And I think there was one more phrase I used, but I stamped them like Adele from Inky Quill inspired me to at the very beginning. That was probably years ago, but you kind of do one full black and then you offset it a couple times with just that ghost image, just to give it like this fun outdoorsy look, I think is what I went for. And then here I grabbed my Project Life roller phrase stamp, which I purchased at Joann's. Again, I was in college when I purchased that, so maybe 4 years ago. And I'm going to stamp that here as well. And I just love how much that adds just a little bit. So I used 4 different sentiments, one at the top, 2 around the sun, and then one at the very bottom near the photo. And to add a little bit more contrast, I pull in my black Nuvo Crystal drops. And what's really fun about these is, to be honest, it doesn't bother me that they need to dry. What I really like is that I can make really small dots, because I like both really large and really small dots. So it's nice to have that option to make them however large I want. But as I continue putting these down, that is it for this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing stamping, seeing a large format photo, seeing 2 pieces of ephemera all on the same page. I know it's a lot, but it also came together fairly quickly. And while I did struggle with working with the patterns that were in my kit, I still had so much fun stamping and using my April How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. But don't forget, I'll have all the other lovely ladies participating linked down below, and I'll also have those playlists you can check out. So be sure to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Disney and crafty videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!